as somebody who wants to come and relocate a business here or a data center that consumes a lot of power, now you have costs that now are in line with the rest of the world. So we need to think holistically about this thing. This is just not a simple thing that you do with one piece of legislation and hope that everything comes together. It doesn't work that way. Everybody has to work together within the economy. The other thing which is extremely important here is the opportunity to establish an internet exchange point here in the Bahamas. What is an internet exchange point? We have ISPs, now we have IXP. But what an IXP does, and right now there are about 474 of them all over the world, ranging from Africa all the way to Oceania. We have none here in the Bahamas. There's even an IXP in Haiti. But what an IXP does is it allows people who route data, ISPs, data centers, to essentially establish what we call deterministic or intelligent routing, where data can be transferred or tracked or intelligently routed to any place you want to go around the world, if you will. An IXP here allows you to do that. Right now in the Bahamas, we rely on the Nap of America. The majority of the traffic that leaves the Bahamas over the internet hits the Nap of America or hits South Florida. The other IXPs in the region are in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and in Haiti. They have an IXP. There's no reason why we can't have an IXP here in the Bahamas. Now, what does that do for us? What it allows us to do is it allows us now, as data centers, people in the knowledge economy, to decide based on that client's requirement how their data gets routed around the world. We don't have to rely on anyone else to filter our data as we communicate and do business globally. Now what I'm going to show you here is a spaghetti map of the global undersea cable routes. What this does and what it shows is that every single country is connected globally. Now what does that mean here for the Bahamas? There are Bahamas undersea cables here, and the primary ones here are BDNSI, BICS, Bahamas 2, and ARCOS. ARCOS really connects us to the rest of the world. Okay? Now, here's what we can do here. You have the Bahamas Domestic Submarine Network owned by BTC. Connects the entire Bahamas, even Ragged Island, which is where I descended from. Happy to see that. All the way into Haiti. Then the other connections we have, and again, that's owned by Bahamian Company. The other connection we have is owned by Caribbean Crossings, which is called BICS. So that connects us mainly in the northern Bahamas into South Florida. Then we also have Bahamas 2, which connects through New Providence, Freeport, and then into South Florida as well. And then you have here, ARCOS. ARCOS connects us to the rest of the world. So it allows us now to hop, and ARCOS has various landing points in the Bahamas as well. So if we are our own IXP, we can do the deterministic routing through ARCOS or any other cable that comes through the Bahamas to determine where our client data goes and determine exactly how they communicate their information worldwide. Now, what are the advantages here of Bahama Data Center Solutions? Data sovereignty. We can create an environment and a package that lets people know if you come to the Bahamas and you domicile your business in the Bahamas, we will put in the necessary laws and procedures in order to make sure that your business gets protected because after all, you are a Bahamian company. The other thing that we do, again, with deterministic routing, world-class data center services. What I'm showing you here are the companies that are among the leaders in data center solutions and connectivity. There is no reason why these organizations can't partner together to create this IXP. Because once you do that, the rising tide will float all boats for everybody. You will see a lot of opportunities will emerge, not just for these players, but for other players in the Bahamas as well. Now, who are target customer segments that we say come to the Bahamas? Well, of course, they're financial firms, legal services firms, entertainment companies, online retail. What I'm proposing here does not necessarily involve the Google clouds of the world or the Amazon clouds or things of that nature. Because their business model is providing data center services worldwide in order to improve efficiencies. What I'm talking about are organizations who have made a strategic decision that they want their cloud to be hosted in a specific country or domicile based on the laws that are a part of that country or domicile. That's what I'm talking about here. And that's the opportunity that I think we can turn around and grab. What we have here now is a positive impact, if we build this industry right, on our employment numbers. So you're looking at building people that are part of the knowledge economy all the way from executives down to operations support staff. What does that mean for us? And I'm going to say this very, very clearly. I've been in the Bahamas from kindergarten or early school to Manny School in Ragged Island, all the way through graduating from Kingsway, and I went off to school in the United States. We have to understand and we have to bite the bullet that our students here in the Bahamas, for the most part, are not performing well when it comes to the STEM subjects. We have to realize that, we have to own it, and we have to do something about it as a country. Because if we're going to build this knowledge economy, we need people who are knowledgeable, people who are smart, people who understand technology. And it has to start in our education system. We have to recognize that rather than hiding behind the scores that we make on BGCSEs and things of that nature. I'm not going to get into that because I'm really mad we got rid of the GCO levels. I'll say that one thing for this. There's no glory in being the tallest midget. If you're the tallest midget, you're still a midget. There's no reason why, as a country, we shouldn't have exams that actually compare our students to the rest of the world. Now, I can use the thing about a midget because I'm vertically challenged. I'm not that tall. So I hope I'm not offending anybody in the crowd. The other thing positive on the impact, again, is the real estate market. The real estate guys always talk about second homes for foreigners and things of that nature, and it's a huge boom in the economy. But if you talk about building a knowledge economy where you're bringing in knowledge experts, you're now going to grow that real estate economy like crazy. There's going to be need for commercial real estate, need for residential real estate, need for new construction, need for innovative construction. There's no reason why a country with some of the strongest building codes in the Western Hemisphere can't develop building technology that actually protects data centers from hurricanes. We can do that. We have the people, we have the understanding, we have the expertise, and we can lead the world in that. The other thing too, from an impact standpoint, again, involves financial services. So when you look at this, there's also an opportunity for everybody in the gamut of the financial services market in order to have a seat at the table. For instance, investment banking. We hear this thing all the time, investment banking, investment banking. Not much is done here in the Bahamas. But if you can create a robust IT industry, a robust knowledge economy, where people are creating technology, where people are actually targeting their products and services, not just in the Bahamas, but globally, you now create an environment where now they need an exit. BISICs can play a role. You don't have to worry about investors coming in and sort of taking over. You can do dual listings. You can make sure that Bahamians have a piece of the pie and they can build their wealth as well. Most people build wealth through the stock market. We don't have a whole lot of choices in the Bahamas. There's no reason why international companies that do business in the Bahamas or local companies that want exits can't be available on the BISICs exchange. That represents an opportunity for us. There's no reason why venture capital funds that want to invest in these companies in the new knowledge economy can't be listed on the BISICs. All of those things are available for wealth building, if you will, as well. And so one of the things I want to say here is that the government will play an extremely important role in this because the government will sell strategy, the government will lay down the policies, the government will create the legislation, and I'll tell you the role of government is to enable business to thrive. Once the government do those things, step back, let the professionals take over, and you will see the industry take off. That's it for me. I was told that I had a 20-minute time limit. I don't know who the timekeeper was. Maybe I kept it in there. So thank you guys very much. I just want to give a quick plug here. I'm CEO of IBS International and the brand new company CBI Mobile Assist. I'm also a partner with Alive. Very, very excited to be a part of that team as well. And so we're looking to bring good things here to the Bahamas in the form of some very innovative mobile applications. So thank you very much.